How far can a state go to force conformity on ethnic and religious minorities? The persecution of the Uyghurs in China is the most telling example. While there has been a steady trickle of horrifying stories from China's Xinjiang province in the last few years, the full extent of Beijing's torture is finally coming into view now. The Chinese regime has literally given a license to Communist Party spies to sexually abuse Uyghur women. These men are staying in Uyghur homes, pairing up, as they call it, with Uyghur women and sleeping in their beds.
A province turned into a mass jail, and a government determined to push a community to the brink. Colonial practices, torture, mysterious deaths, and now institutionalized rape.
I'm always worried. All the time I don't feeling I'm safe here.
The Uyghurs, the victims of China's cultural genocide, are suffering another horror. Rape in the name of integration. They say war is the theater of our worst impulses. China is not a nation at war, but it is running a terror regime against its own citizens, the Uyghurs. For 2 years now, the state has been running a program called Pair Up and Become Family. This is only for the Uyghurs. China says this is voluntary, but the Uyghurs know better. Refusing to participate in a government program will earn them the tag of extremism. What does this program do? It gives the Chinese government officials the license to rape Uyghur women. Millions of Communist Party spies are being sent to stay in Uyghur homes. They pair up with Uyghur women while their husbands are tortured in prison camps. This is sexual exploitation, and China's justification is incredible. It says that these men are there to understand the lives and political views of the Uyghur community, understanding their lives by sharing their beds. The Communist Party officials admit this is what they are doing. There are medical experiments, rape, and forced abortions.
I'm always worried. All the time I don't feeling I'm safe here.
This is an invasive and forced assimilation practice, and China wants the world to be a silent witness. What is worse, it is succeeding. Last month, 22 nations issued a joint statement against China, but those who call themselves the guardians of Muslims around the world were silent. Those who use religion to legitimize their own regime will not speak against China. And then there are some who pretend that they don't know anything about it.
What's your stance on China's treatment of Uyghur Muslims?
Frankly, I don't know much about that.
The fact is, the Uyghurs have been abandoned by the world. China's checkbooks are buying the silence of its debtors. Islamic nations are lending credibility to Beijing's human rights violations. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.